The world's been whispering to you. Take it easy. You deserve to rest. It's okay to quit. But let me tell you something, kid. That voice is not your friend. It's the weight that keeps you soft. Now, you can keep listening to it. Or you can sit down with me for a while and we'll talk about how to toughen the mind, how to wake up the warrior, and how to stop being soft in a world that's getting softer by the minute. You want to know why you keep falling short? Why you're stuck? Why you're tired, bored, or anxious all the time? It's simple. You've gone soft. Not physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You've let the world tell you it's okay to fold under pressure, that it's okay to be fragile. But I'm here to remind you that softness invites destruction. You weren't born soft. You were made soft, and you can be unmade. So sit back, listen, and learn. This is not about yelling. This is about awakening. Segment 1, the myth of comfort. Comfort is the silent killer. The enemy wears soft clothes, whispers gentle lies. It tells you, take a break. You've done enough. But comfort doesn't build legacies. Discipline does. Monks sit in freezing mountains not to torture themselves, but to master the mind that screams for ease. That's what you must do. In my journey, I learned that the hardest decisions often lead to the most peace. And the easiest choices, they rot you from the inside. Stop numbing yourself. Stop making excuses. Learn to embrace discomfort like it's a friend who tells you the truth. Let me tell you a story. There was a monk once in the northern hills of Nepal. He meditated every day for 12 hours straight through blistering cold and biting wind. One day, a visitor asked him, "Aren't you cold?" The monk smiled and said, "I stopped noticing weather when I stopped worshiping comfort." You worship comfort every time you hit snooze, every time you delay what you know needs to be done. The problem isn't that you feel weak. The problem is you obey it. Key lesson: softness doesn't start in the body. It starts in the mind, where excuses are dressed as self-care. Segment 2, emotional control is power. You ever see a man lose everything and still walk tall? I have. And I've seen men with everything crumble because someone unfollowed them. That's softness. Real strength is when the storm hits and you're the one who doesn't flinch. Monks taught me something I never forgot. Observe the emotion. Don't become it. You can't be a king if every breeze sways your throne. There's strength in not reacting, in stillness. Do you know what happens when you stop seeking validation? When you stop chasing likes, replies, applause? You find clarity. Stillness is power. And softness, it's just movement without purpose. It's noise. It's distraction. If you want to be strong, you must practice silence, meditation, solitude, reflection. A monk once told me, "The storm outside cannot touch the man who's mastered the storm within." Be that man. Key lesson: feel everything, react to nothing. Segment 3, discipline over motivation. Forget motivation, it's a fair weather friend. Discipline, that's your real ally. You don't need to feel like it, you just need to do it. Every day you move forward without applause, you become more dangerous to the life that wants to keep you small. Anecdote: the Godfather reflects on waking up at 4 a.m. for 10 years, with no one watching, no rewards, just the quiet war against his own laziness. Key lesson: motivation is for beginners, discipline is for warriors. Segment 4, tough love and necessary pain. Let's be real. Pain is a gift. When I lost everything, I found myself. You only learn who you are when everything else is taken away. So stop avoiding pain. Start learning from it. Don't ask, why me? Ask, what now? Success doesn't come from positivity. It comes from action. Ruthless, focused, disciplined action, taken in silence, repeated in darkness long before anyone notices. That's how real transformation happens. Segment 5, the rituals that build steel. Wake up before the sun every day, not because it's trendy, but because warriors don't rise at noon. Cold showers, long walks without music, training when no one's watching. These aren't just habits, they're rituals. You think monks become wise by accident? Number. It's repetition, it's control, it's deciding every single day that weakness will not rule your life. Start small, one ritual, one promise to yourself, and keep it. Discipline is not loud, it's quiet. It's the hand that builds empires in silence. Don't forget, build grit like a ritual. Grit isn't born, it's built, like muscle, like wisdom. You want to be unshakable? Start doing one thing every day that makes you uncomfortable. Cold showers, long walks without your phone, finishing what you start. You don't need to change your life overnight. You need to become the kind of man who doesn't break when the wind picks up. Practice. Tip: create a daily discomfort list. 3 things that train resilience every morning. Key lesson: grit is a decision you make again and again. Face pain, don't escape it. Pain is not the enemy, escape is. You drink to forget, scroll to numb, sleep to hide. What if you just sat with the pain? Let it talk to you. Pain is the body's and soul's way of training you, sharpening you. Monk wisdom: the fire does not ask you if you're ready. It just burns, and in burning it purifies. Key lesson: the only way out is through. Segment 6. Speak to yourself like a king. Here's what you say to yourself: I am not my mistakes. I do not need approval. I am responsible. I am in control. No more whining. No more I can't. Talk to yourself like a man who leads armies, not one who begs for comfort. For 3 days, speak to yourself like the person you wish to become. Watch your life begin to mirror that voice, because softness dies when the inner voice grows loud enough to command. Segment 7. True strength is quiet. Strength isn't shouting. It's not showing off. It's the man who walks into a room and doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. Softness needs validation. Strength is silent. Final anecdote: the Godfather speaks of an old man he met who had lost his wife, his son, and his home, yet every day he woke up before dawn, made his tea, and bowed to the sunrise. Not once did he complain. So if you came here thinking I'd give you comfort, you came to the wrong place. I came to remind you that you are stronger than you act, braver than you believe, and far more capable than the world has allowed you to know. Stop being soft. It's time to remember who you are. It's time. Time to wake up, rise up, and own who you were meant to be. Not tomorrow. Now no one is coming to save you, but you were never meant to be saved. You were meant to lead. So, stop being soft. Call to action. If this message stirred something inside you, share it with a brother, a friend, someone who's forgotten their strength. Subscribe, like, and drop a comment below telling us your new daily ritual.